In this video, we learn about numerical ability, which comes under general aptitude. So here we will discuss about numbers. You already know about numbers and various types of numbers, but still as an introduction part, we go through various types of numbers. So there are two types of numbers, real numbers and imaginary numbers. So imaginary numbers are those numbers which are usually expressed as a multiple of imaginary unit. Here the imaginary unit is root of minus 1, which is usually expressed denoted by I. For example, root of minus 2, root of minus 3, root of minus 4, etc. Even though they are called as imaginary numbers, but still they really exist and are used in various real-life applications like electricity, advanced calculus, quadratic equations, etc. And real numbers are those numbers which include whole numbers, natural numbers, integers, rational numbers and irrational numbers. And rational numbers are those numbers which are usually expressed as a ratio of two integers or which can be converted into fractions. Those numbers are called as rational numbers. And irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be expressed as a fraction of two integers or which cannot be converted into fractions. Those numbers are called as irrational numbers. Rational numbers are also called as terminating or repeating decimals. So, for example, we see here 1 by 2 is equal to 0.5 and 1 by 4 equals to 0.25. Here the decimal is going to end. Therefore, they are called as terminating. And in another example, we see 1 by 3 is equals to 0.3333 and it goes on continuing and repeating. Therefore, they are called as repeating decimals. So, here rational numbers include both terminating as well as repeating decimals. And irrational numbers are those numbers which cannot be converted into fractions. And these numbers are also called as non-repeating or non-terminating decimals. Non-terminating decimals, for example, root of 2, root of 3 and pi. Here these are the examples for irrational numbers, and the value of root 2 is 1.41 and it goes on continuing. Here the number is not terminating as well as non-repeating. That's why it is called as irrational numbers. Roots 3 also 1.73 and it goes on continuing without terminating as well as without repeating. And the value is also pi is 3.14 and it goes on continuing without repeating and without terminating. So it is called as irrational number. And another important note here is the pi value is usually expressed as the fraction or ratio between 22 by 7. Here pi is usually irrational number and this 22 by 7 is a rational number. Therefore, they are not exactly equal but approximately equal. That's why they are used in mathematical calculations. So let us see subsets of rational numbers. So the following are the subsets of rational numbers: natural number, whole numbers, integers, prime numbers and composite numbers. Natural numbers are all the positive numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These are called as natural numbers. And whole numbers are all the natural numbers including 0 are called as whole numbers. And integers are all the negative numbers including whole numbers is called as integers. So for example, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. These are all called as integers. And prime numbers are those numbers which are divisible by 1 and itself. and there are no other factors other than 1 and itself. Such numbers are called as prime numbers. For example, 2, 3, 5, 7. Here 2 is divisible by 1 and itself 2. 3 is divisible by 1 and 3. 5 is divisible by 1 and 5. So such numbers are called as prime numbers. And any natural number greater than 1 and which are not prime numbers, those numbers are called as composite numbers. Or any number which are divided exactly, such numbers are called as composite numbers. For example, 4, 6, 8, 9, etc. Such numbers are called as composite numbers. Here is 4 is divisible by 2, 6 is divided by 2, 3, 8 is divisible by 2, 4, and 9 is divisible by 3. Such numbers are called as composite numbers. Here another important note is that the number 1 is neither a prime number and it is neither a composite number. So here 1 is neither a prime number and nor a composite number. This note we have to, very important. So let us see about co-primes or relative primes. Two numbers are said to be co-primes or relative primes if the greatest common divisor of those two numbers is equal to 1. Such numbers are called as co-primes or relative primes. For example, 3 and 5. So here they are called as co-primes because their greatest common divisor is 1, because no other common factor divides both 3 and 5. That's why only 1 is dividing 3 and 5. That's why the set of number is called as co-primes or relative prime. 9 and 10, 12 and 7 also have the greatest common divisor equal to 1, and another example is 19, 23, so etc. So such numbers are called as co-primes or relative primes. So this is the introduction about the numerical ability part, and the most asked problems regarding the numerical ability we will see in our next video.